I got one half of BalaClava, so Mr. Clava or Mr. Bala.
Yeah, we haven't actually. Well, I don't know. It will depend. Like today could be the day of which. I suppose I am B, so technically I am Bala. So, you know,
You're Bala.
guess. Yes.
Which
I
one's
mean,
the pink?
that's. Oh, that's C. He's clever. But that's how it started. Like, I always thought we had to have some sort of really edgy stage names, and I was like, oh, one of us could be Bala, one of us could be Clever. And I realised that actually, cleverly, what's the word? Our non-pseudonym names actually start with a B and a C. So I was like, well, we'll just be B and C for time being,
That's
which
really
is
clever.
great. Yeah,
That worked out really
you know,
nicely for you.
happy accident.
It was always
Happy
intentional. Don't be
accident.
silly.
Oh, I really wish it. I really wish it was. You know, sometimes it's just naive, and it just happens on you. You're like, oh, this is great. So yeah. If I drop an F bomb, you're not gonna like kill
No,
me, are you?
swear we have had the hard C on air before. One of my
Oh,
very first shows, we had the hard C when I was joining someone else. Um,
I'd say
so
that's a name for a song right there. The
it
Hard
is, isn't
C.
it?
That is
There you go. I'll take credit
such
for that.
a
You got to credit me on that if
such
you.
a such a vibe.
It's one of my favourite words to
Here is
use.
that fusion of style and sound with the hard C. When I was stage last week, I was like, oh shit, we haven't actually done this before. Bloody
Oh my
hell.
goodness.
How do I actually perform to people and not a phone? You know, like what the fuck?
Was it good though? Was the like energy in the place as what you
Yeah,
expected?
it was like it's just such a what's the word? Such a weird sort of. I mean, it was amazing. Like for us, it was just a weird like we hadn't really thought of what it would be like when we got there, and then we turned up and we thought, oh fuck, this is sick. Like, you know, obviously we went on first, but someone's got to go on first. And the way we look at it is that they trusted us to open their night all dayer. So win for us, exposure, and yeah, it's just a great time. To be fair,
That's fantastic.
just a great time.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was mad.
So that was your first ever gig ever.
Yeah, well, not obviously we've been in retrospective bands before, but as a two, as a masked couple, we'd only done that was our first. So and the funny thing is, like we were playing for a while, and I smelt this burning smell, and I sort of turned. I thought nothing of it because I thought maybe it's like some weird incense. You know, it's a vegan bar. I don't really know what they've got burning. And then we had to stop because the other guy was like, "Mate, we're on fire," and I was like, "Oh shit, are we that good? Are we that good?" And he was like, "No, literally, we're on fire." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So we had to switch leads over because my lead had melted.
Oh
So if
my goodness.
anyone asks how good we were at our first show, we can literally say we set the stage on fire. So,
That is a fantastic opening story for you.
and you can fact check that, and that is very true.
That's amazing. I'm glad I started recording already. When did you guys meet? When did you start making music?
Oh, that's a question. Oh my God, it's like remembering an anniversary, isn't it? It's gonna
Yes, it
kill me.
is. Pressure,
I
no
think
pressure.
we have known each other 3 years. 3 years. We started off in another band that we didn't really go anywhere. And then, one day we just got into a rehearsal studio together, and writing songs just became like really easy. And then since then we sort of just clicked. We haven't really butted heads, touch wood yet. But yeah, three years, and it's only now taken us in the last what October, November, January, February, March. That's my 4 months. We put out a whole album, so I guess good things come to those who wait. I suppose I have to say.
That sounds like you guys have fantastic chemistry if you've managed to put out a whole album in that time.
I mean, I'm a nightmare. Like I'll put it out there that I'm a nightmare. That he's got his life, and I constantly bombard him with, is this riff any good? Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? And then I send him about 10 WhatsApps a day, and I get really arsy if he doesn't reply. So I'm just like, will you reply? And he's like, sorry mate, I'm with child. And I thought, oh yeah, you've got that to contend with, haven't you? So but we do gel really well. Like normally I'll write something and send it to him, and then he's 2025. He can do it on his phone now, and like he can send me a drum like bit back, and I'll be like, yeah, that's sick, and I'll put it on my Mac. But we have really good chemistry. Like I rarely do we have a disagreement. But who knows? 2025 could be the year of disagreements. Who knows?
Year of the snake,
It's all
isn't
been.
it?
Ooh. If you're listening, please don't snake me. Thank you. I would quite like to keep you around.
I look like I'm into crystals and shit, but I don't understand any of that stuff.
Oh God, yeah. What next thing question, guys? What my star sign is?
I don't know.
My
You could
rising moon is.
you
Oh,
could tell me,
Jesus
and I
Christ.
wouldn't know what that means at all.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
well,
even be able to
my
pin a
aunt, yeah.
month to it.
Don't get it. I don't understand people like, oh yeah, you're such a so and so. I'm like, well, how is that a thing? Like, how does that matter? What? Oh, you're such a thing. Thank you so much. I grew it myself. You know, that's my personality. I'm so glad that I remind you of what's it like a bull? Is that a Taurus? A bull with a ring and some horns. Like,
Yeah,
I'm so
that's the one.
glad that my personality traits matches that. You know.
Fantastic, thank you. Yeah, it's not
No.
a compliment. I'm a Pisces, so I'm a fish. Yeah.
Ah, see, I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo, so I'm a lion, but which is kind of the coolest one, I think. But up to get all wanky about it, but I think that's it's ironic because the Leo's what's the confident one and the one who stands out from the crowd, but there's me wearing a fucking mask on my face to get over crippling anxiety of going on stage. You know?
Is that part of it? The wearing of the mask thing is a
Yeah,
anxiety thing.
100, yeah, 100. Like it's I don't know why, but it's just one of those things that I think I really struggled. I don't know if it was I don't know what it is, but really struggled with getting back on stage, and the only way that I thought I could get around it and be confident is just to put this mask on because I think music's so personal. Like when we write it, obviously most of the songs on Saint and Sinner come from like a place we've been in. To put the mask on, it sort of makes it easier to take criticism because they don't know it's me. They just see this masked man, and this, you know, if they don't like his songs, they don't like it, and you know, I get to put that persona on, and then leave it at the door. Literally leave it at the door. When we turned up for our show at Ipswich the other day, we turned up in our masks because I don't want people to see this face. You know, I don't have to do my hair.
Oh,
You know,
fantastic.
I can just get up and go. It's revolutionary, to be fair.
Hair and makeup who?
Yeah, literally.
No, it's something that I
Literally.
seriously considered because I struggle a bit with anxiety myself. But although I'm not getting on stage for things, it's something that I considered for even doing doing the reviews. And I make a point of not reviewing anything that I don't like. I just ignore it. So I'm saying nice things about it. I'm not likely to be hung, drawn, and quartered. But I still was a bit like, do I really want to be putting my face out there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a
Like,
really useful tool
yeah.
for that sort of thing, I think.
It is. Then it just sort of started as a joke, really. You know, we just sort of thought, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And then ironically, we thought we were really fucking edgy and cool, and was like, yeah, let's put masks on, let's do this, let's do that. And then we started uploading our content and making channels of what we were, and we realized that every other fucker in the world's doing it. And I was like, oh god. I was like, you know, you think I had like a £1 million idea, and it turns out that 6 billion other people had got on that train already. And I thought, oh, do you know what? We'll go with it. And just see where it goes, you know. I love it. I really do love it. I mean, we played our gig the other day, and it was bloody warm. But you know, you feel like you've done a workout after it, so I quite enjoy it.
It does look a bit toasty. Yeah, no, it became a bit of a running joke on my channel. Like, I am the mask reviewer now. It's just my speciality. Sorry, it was completely by accident.
Yeah, well, we always said, like, you know, I think what's going to set us apart is the anonymity thing, you know, like we're just going to turn up to venues in it and then keep it on for the whole time we're there and then take it off once we're out. I think once you establish that, then people will be like, oh, I don't actually know what they look like under their masks, you know. Leading up to one day, it'll be a really anticlimactic reveal where they'll be like, oh, really? Is that it? You know, is that what's under there? Put it back on, you know, that kind of thing. But
well, it seems to be working for Sleep Token, that sort of level of that word. Anonymity.
It's hard to say, isn't it? Anonymity. It's hard to say.
Hiding your face.
Yeah.
Anonymity. There we go.
What
was I saying?
I was talking about anonymity. It's like that scene out of Nemo, isn't it?
An enemy.
I'm an enemy. I come from the Amazon. That one.
Oh dear, I'm trying. What bands
No.
have influenced your sound and writing style?
I guess it's really strange in the fact that some of the bands that influence us aren't necessarily in our genre. I've always been a massive Green Day fan. Like, from such a young age, they're that band for me.
Mm.
I liked Green Day before. It's cool to like Green Day now. Every fucker loves Green Day. And I just remember listening to American Idiot and sort of hearing this like story through a song, and it completely blew my mind of just how vivid this story was. And I thought, do you know what? I want that. I want to do that. And then watching Green Day live is like an out of body experience, like hands down. I've never been in a room where one man has about 60,000 people in the palm of his hand. It's just absolutely incredible. And I always said that I don't want to be a band that writes really great music. I want to be a band that has that kind of presence on stage, because that for me it was incredible. It just
Mm.
the Saviour's tour last year, being down the front, it's just such a whoa, like a crazy experience. So Green Day definitely, and then I loved Soft Play when they were Slaves,
Mm.
before they changed their name. I think that their music is so just so good. I can't fault it in any way, shape, or form. And then when they released Heavy Jelly last year, I just remember thinking like this album is amazing. Like from top to bottom, in my eyes, it's flawless, and I think it was up there for album of the year for me, along with Saviors, because it's just so punky and raw, and the fact there's only two of them, but it just sounds so full. And that's when I started realizing that songs didn't have to be deep and introspective. The fact there's a song on that album about bin overflowing and getting bin juice everywhere, like you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
don't think about it. People are always so focused on like, oh, I've got to write a song about I love her, she doesn't love me. Fuck, I want to do some drugs, but just
yeah.
thinking about
It's got to be so
about
deep and meaningful, and you can just go,
yeah.
"This happened to me, and it was really fucking annoying."
Yeah, literally. That's kind of where like FOF came from. It's just
Mm.
like I was in such a rut about writing a song. I thought, fuck it, let's just write a song about having a fear of flying. And ironically, it's the best song that we've done so far. So I'll stick with that. So for me, it's been Soft Play and Green Day, but I also am a massive fan of Bring Me the Horizon. I absolutely love 21 Pilots, Youngblood, that kind of style. Yeah, I think it's so weird because I've got such an eclectic mix of what I like. Um, I think everyone sort of influenced me in a way. I think that's a really wanky answer, isn't it? To say yeah, everyone's had an impact on me throughout my life, but I think they have. Silly, I know, but that's the way I look at it.
It's not silly at all. It's interesting what you draw inspiration from. I think because yeah, it's not like what you're making is a patchwork of all these things put together, is it? It's
No, no, I love McFly as well, but
I
I
love
wouldn't say that
McFly.
they heavily influenced my the sound, but I think that taking bits about what makes a song really good and successful. I think, you know, I've written some shit songs in my time and thought this is shit, got rid of it. But, growing up with such good artists, it's nice to know that. What's the word? Nice to know that I can sort of go and listen to their albums and then get inspiration. It's
Mm.
like if I'm having a really rubbish music day, I can put on an album and think, well, actually, I've got a really good idea for a song now, and I'll do that. So kind of blessed that my music taste isn't so narrow-minded.
So, out of the songs that you've given me for your influences, you've got Revolution Radio, you've got Ramones, you've got Soft Play, Punk's Dead, and Kool Aid. Which one do you want to spin, or which two do you want to spin?
Let's spin Punk's Dead, because I think that song is just fucking sick.
It
Writing a
is.
song about everything that people have said to you, like about your name change. I think that's just iconic. Like what a better middle finger to everyone, just being like, I write this song and it's such a banger. Like it's so good, and even live, it's just nuts. It's just so good. So
Yeah,
Punk's Dead, 100%.
fantastic. This is Soft Play with Punk's Dead.
Congratulations and good luck to a bit of self-play. That's what I'm having, a bit of self-play. Yes, please, baby.
What, mate? No, I don't like this spineless shit. Not one bit. I thought you were it. Turns out you're just another couple of overly emotional pricks. Oi, get these liberal lefties typical. This shit isn't cool. I'm done with it all. Are there any real men left in Britain? I'm starting to think that there isn't. I don't like change. Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of these PC babies. Why can't you just stay the same? Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of this shit. Soft play. What, mate? Should've done your research. I want my money back, boys, for the t-shirts. You should've run it by me first. Is your back sore? I bet your knees hurt. Is this another publicity stunt? Thought you were rowdy, thought you were punks. What the fuck's with a new name anyway? Soft play, more like soft cunts. I don't like change. Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of these PC babies. Why can't you just stay the same? Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of this shit. I love you, but I disagree. This is bullshit, and I just wanted you to know. Snowflake, snowflake, cherries on the world cake, but I still see you in your show.
Listen, guys, I don't mind you change your name, because I understand the whole PC, whatever the fuck shit, but your new name sucks ass.
This is the worst name you've ever heard for a band.
Change it back. Change it? It's like a metaphor. It hurts my heart.
Buck's dead, cause of you, Buck's dead. And to think I believed all that shit that you said. Johnny Rotten is turning in his bed. I was gonna say great, but the fucker ain't dead. I don't like change. Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of these PC babies. Why can't you just stay the same? Buck's dead, pushing up daisies. Come and get a load of this shit.
So that was Soft Play with Punk's Dead. Brilliant song. I had a listen to it before I added it to the playlist. It's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. It's going on a playlist.
That's the angry playlist. When
Angry
everyone's being
playlist,
dicks,
absolutely.
Just whack that on.
Yeah.
And be like,
Sorry about that.
just downplaying it. Secretly, you're dying, but just a cold.
Oh no, I'm the worst poorly person in the world. I act like I'm dying. That's what I like. I jokingly said I'm going to Bournemouth for the sea air.
Nice.
Like a Victorian lady. I need sea air and lithium. So
What
that
mix? You're just writing banger after banger tonight, aren't you? See,
literally. I do expect credit though. Like I'm absolutely not going to write a song called The Hard Sea or Sea Air and Lithium, but you can absolutely have those.
If I can pull off a song called the Sea Air and Lithium, I will be very happy in my songwriting ability.
If you could have like a crazy rider, what would be on it for both of you?
Crazy Rider.
So
Oh,
like
someone who gets the shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know, 7 kittens or a bowl of only green M&Ms, that kind of thing.
Could you imagine the smell of 7 kittens? Like fucking hell, that'd be. Like, here we go. Before you go on stage, here's some pure ammonia before you get into your system. Before you go.
Yeah, I bet
No,
they didn't
thank
think
you.
about that.
Yeah. I don't. I think you. It's gonna sound like a really wanky answer, but you can't be in a band and not be addicted to a monster. So, not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor me, I'd love it. I think it would just be Monster. Like that's what I would want. I know that's what he would want as well.
I That's a topic that comes
Definitely.
up quite frequently on this radio station. Is how addicted to Monster we all are.
Oh, do you know, it's got to the point where like I just can't function without it. It's a cry for help. I just can't function without it. You know, like, I can't do my daily life without having a Monster.
What's
You
the
know,
best flavour?
It's got to. Oh, here we go. Right, I'm going to divide the nation now
You are.
because I actually like the original with no sugar in.
Ugh.
Yeah, all right. Let me finish. But on a nice warm summer's day, if you crack open the ice white one, like, that is where we're at. You know, like, that's, I have to have zero sugar because we have established, like, my brain can't handle more sugar because I'm just off the rails. So it has to be a zero sugar. Can't deal with, don't come for me. I don't like Pipeline Punch. Sorry everybody. I don't like Pipeline Punch.
Which one's that?
Pink one.
Oh yeah,
What's that weird bad apple one? That just tastes
that's no good.
Oh.
That's absolutely no good.
Yeah.
I like
White
I like the watermelon one. That's a zero sugar one. I can't remember what it's called.
You've unlocked a core memory now. God, yeah.
You can only get hold of them in like random corner shops that you find just in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, oh, maybe they have it, and they do.
Well, to be fair, like, I went
Sorry.
down at Home Bargains. Can I name drop Home Bargains? I will. And they were selling it for like 59p a can. So love that. You know?
Oh my goodness, I've got to go get myself over to Home Bargains then, obviously.
Again, not sponsored, but Home Bargains and Monster, if you're listening.
If Home
I'm
Bargains
waiting.
and Monster want to sponsor us, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'd be so happy.
I
Or
am
you,
waiting.
or but us too.
Oh, I'd give you half the proceeds, obviously.
Oh, thanks. That's legally binding, by the way. Are you doing all of it at the moment? All your promotion, all the mixing, mastering, that kind of thing?
No, so the recording we do in my living room. Then we actually met a guy on Fiverr who is a godsend. His name's Jacques. I don't know how to say it, but he's an absolute, like, he just gets it. He just gets us. We found him on Fiverr and we just took a punt and we were like, well, no, it's only X amount of money. We'll give it a go. And then the first mix we had back was Birthday Bitch, and the difference between recording something on Logic and then sending it off, get master mix is ridiculous. And we just were like, this is the sound we want for the album. So we just stuck with him, and he has been amazing. You know, like, people are saying, oh, the album's, he said to us, oh, the album sounds really good. And I was like, well, that's not to do with us. That's mainly you who's changed it. Because we're only a two-piece, and it's just a guitar and drums. So what he does to it is just mind-blowing. So at the minute, we do everything else apart from the mastering and mixing, because I tried to master and mix it, but I'm shit. So he was like, you know what, I want this album to sound good, so I will give it to someone else who can do it.
Yeah, that's one thing I was going to comment on about the songs on the album, was the fact that it is such good quality for, you know, an indie band with their first album. You know, like, not there's normally more of a raw sound that you can get when the band's starting out, and I'm like, no, the mixing and mastering on this is like on point. So yeah, shout out to Jack, I guess.
She might have shot ourselves in the foot. You know, maybe we should have done a raw album first. But even when, I don't know, I think when it came to it, we obviously, number one, you know, the first album you release doesn't tend to be a concept album, so we were just like, fuck it, how hard can it be? And then once we were like in too deep, you know, we were like, I've got to finish the story. Like, the story needs to be finished. And yeah, the sound quality is something we didn't want to scrimp on, because industry now is so competitive now. You know, it's just, you've got to sound good. So when someone listens to it, they think, oh shit, this is actually pretty good for a first album. I didn't want it to be like, you know, out of time or out of sync or sound really empty. So to be honest, even when songs we sent to him, like F Off, sounded a bit empty, he said, oh, why don't you record an extra guitar line here and do this, or like double up the vocals here, and then we'll see what we can do. And it's just like doing those small tweaks just changes it completely. So we are so thankful that he made us sound good. Now it's up to us to still sound good when we play live shows. So thanks for making us, sound the pressure on our shoulders, mate. But appreciate you. Like, it's. I thought Fiverr was going to be a bust, but I think it's definitely the best thing that we have done. And I think more bands. I mean, we might be really naive to this, and like people might be doing it, but people on Fiverr are fucking sick. So if you can't get to a studio, and you've got a Mac or something at home, and you can do it from your living room, do it. Even if it's just a bust, give it a go. But I think he's obviously, we both work, and sometimes trying to have a weekend to go into a studio is not feasible. I think if we waited to book a time where we're both free for a weekend, I think we'd be in like 2029. So we just thought that's what we'll do, and touch wood. I'm touching lots of wood now. Everything. It's worked for us. So hopefully, when the album comes out, people will be like, "Oh, that's really sick."
Yeah, it's a brilliant start to your magnum opus. What is your favourite song off the album so far?
Oh, it always changes. It always changes. I think my favourite is the Saint and Sinner. I think I know it sounds really silly because it's the title track, but I just think there's something about that song that is just, like, I know it's big-headed, but I really like it. I listen to it on a daily basis and think, I write this? Jesus Christ.
It was stand out for me when you guys sent your music over to me. I was like, I like this one in particular, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was really strange. Like, it was written all the songs about struggling, and we need to sort of like a song to sort of like move the story on, because we could have written 1,000 songs about going out, getting high, getting drunk. We could have written 3 albums about that, but we move the story on.
Yeah.
And to get it to an end, really. And then I think Saint and Sinner is sort of the perfect track to admit that you've done good, but you've also done bad at the same time, and not everyone is an all good person, So it was just admitting that, yeah, I'm a saint, but also I am a sinner at the same time, and that's okay.
I think if you're truly being honest with yourself, like, no one's all good or all bad. Like, there are some people that have done horrible things, but there must be, like, this is just the optimist in me, but there must be some shred of hope left for even those that think they are irredeemable.
Originally, the album was going to be called New Beginnings, and then we wrote Saint and Sinner, and then after that we were like, just call it Saint and Sinner.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it being called New Beginnings now. I think that'd be a really shit choice for a first album. Sounds like some sort of like Wiggles album, doesn't it?
It does.
Hi, welcome to New Beginnings.
I was going to say like Genesis or something.
Oh Christ! Yeah, Jesus Christ! In the beginning, ... So, yeah, for me, I know. C likes I Hate You, but again, that song's quite visceral. Trying to, it's your sober self, your high self having a conversation. It's the high part of you admitting how much it hates the sober you at the same time. But then also the line is, you didn't mind snorting coke in the kitchen, is sort of realizing that actually sober you has an influence on what fucked you does. Do you know what I mean? So that, he loves that song. I love it too, but my favorite is Saint and Sinner. But yeah,
should we give it a spin?
I was going with that, but
should we show the people what they're missing?
Give it a spin. Do it.
This is a BalaClava with Saint and Sinner.
Used to be happy and carefree, and now
That was Saint and Sinner. The album is available for pre-order now, isn't it?
It is. If you want to go, through to our bio in Instagram, you can follow the link to our link tree, and you can do the pre-order thing, which you can pre-order it. I think it's only $4.99 on iTunes, so it's a bargain. Alternatively, you can wait till Friday, the 7th of March, and it will be out everywhere. You can get it while it's still shit hot.
It'd be a lovely birthday present for me.
Yeah. Amazing,
Spin that at midnight.
Like we knew.
Yeah, exactly. This is canon now.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much for coming on my very first show. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you and talk to you.
Thank you so much thanks for having both of us, Thank you for reaching out. Like I said, like we always say to people now, like there was a time last year where no fucker would book us.
Oh.
So people are reaching out and being like, do this, do that. We're like, thank you so much. Because you have no idea how much we appreciate it. So thank you for allowing us to come and have a little chat and sort of show people that we're not bats in masks. We do actually have a personality and feelings.
Absolutely. No, I'm big fan of elevating the baby bands that make the brain go burr. Love the music. You guys are brilliant. Hope this year continues to be amazing for you.
Yeah, well, if people listening and they decide they want to take a nice trip to little old Norwich, you can come and see us at the Louis Marchese on Saturday. We're doing an album release party, so we're playing it in full. It's our first show in Norwich, so it should be a good night. We're there with Teeth and Rudimentary Paste, so it's going to be a really good night. So I'm excited. I know C's excited. So yeah, good end to the week for us. Well, and for you, it's your birthday, so bonus.
Woohoo! Thank you very much. See you later.
See you later.